Hi, I'm Jack Canfield. You may know me as the co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, the book The Success Principles, and as a featured teacher in the movie The Secret. Sitting here with Patty Aubery, who is...
I am your business partner and also was the president of Chicken Soup for the Soul for 20 years and a New York Times bestseller. And today we're here to talk to you about Janet Attwood. And do you want to start, or would you like me to?
I'll start. I've known Janet for probably 20 plus years.
Almost 30.
You think it's 30?
Yeah.
And we've shared many, many stages together, sometimes with workshops that we put on. I shared a stage with her in Japan, where we were there with Ken Honda and John Gray, and all speaking there. And here she was speaking to a total Japanese audience, everything being translated. And Janet had people in the palm of her hand, doing things Japanese people don't normally do, doing laughter yoga, singing, having one group be instruments over here, another group be instruments over there, getting them out of their kind of typical Asian conservative way they present themselves, and totally loving her every minute of the way. I was in Finland with her. We spoke over there together. Maybe it was Lithuania, Estonia as well. And everywhere I'd go with Janet, she would just really mesmerize the audience with her speaking abilities. I remember her talking about this guy in Japan who just says arigato all day long. He's kind of the Warren Buffett of Japan, and teaching people how to be more grateful. And every year she's got some new thing she's teaching, from the passion test to the mastery of self-love and so on and so forth. And she just keeps coming up with these powerful, powerful workshops and speeches she gives and so forth that are not just talking at people, but are engaging them, helping them confront the things that are the limiting beliefs in their life, the fears they have, creating a healing, safe space for that so people can overcome those and become the natural, divine, happy, loving, compassionate, successful person that they are. So I'm sitting here just saying, if you're thinking of working with Janet or hiring Janet, I would strongly recommend you to do that. I think she's one of the master teachers on the planet, and every year gets better and better at what she does.
I just want to add to that Janet has been a huge, huge piece of my life for really growing me, being a coach, and to really embrace my speaking side, and not just being a business side, but really having me show up in person. And I think one of the best qualities of Janet is she is so invested in the people she works with. She goes above and beyond. And I call her my inner bulldog, because she just doesn't let me settle. And because of Janet, my life is completely different. She's done so many different things for me, to becoming a speaker, starting new projects. She's showed me how to live a passionate life in a way that most women are afraid to do. And so if you're interested in or thinking of hiring Janet or working with Janet, I'm going to tell you that that was probably the best decision I ever made, was to even share a secret with her or a dream I had, because she got so committed to me creating that dream and living that dream out that I was able to accomplish that. So that's what I would say. And she, again, The Secret, what else? There was reading, etc. She did all kinds of things for us, coming from service, where she introduced us to people. So just as a human being, she's an amazing
Janet,
heart.
you're right about it. Janet called me up and said, we were having a Transformational Leadership Council meeting, and said, I want to bring Rhonda Byrne to that meeting. She wants to film people there. And my first response was, no, it's just going to be a distraction. That night I meditated, and I got a huge yes. I called her back and said yes. And what happened for all of us that were in that movie together, because Janet actually set it up, was transformative. I mean, reached millions of people. I spoke in Iran, which is normally, Americans don't go there to speak. And the only reason I was even invited was because people in Iran had seen The Secret. And so it took me to a whole new culture, gave me a whole lot of experience I never would have had. So she's been constantly just a force for good, a force for bringing wisdom from other parts of the world to other parts of the world, from India, from Europe, from her own work, to all over the place. So as you can tell, we're enthusiastic supporters of Janet Attwood, so we would encourage you to experience her as well, and you'll be as enthusiastic as we are.